We'll get started. It's 12 o'clock. Cindy, I'm going to turn on the live streaming. We'll turn the recording on, and as well as our AI Zoom. Okay, let's go. Host tools. Record.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you.
All right, folks. Hello, all. July 31st, we are back. There's one thing for sure. Every 2 weeks, we show up on Zoom, rain or shine. How are you doing, Cindy?
I'm doing great. Super nice day here in Northern California. Glad to see you.
Same here, and glad to see some new faces and some familiar faces. Thank you all. Welcome to our Zoom sessions. We started this way back, and we keep going. This is our sixth session to date, right? I think we're going to lose track.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to share some awesome tips for video marketing today. So let me set some context. I'll just share a couple of slides, and we go quick. So we're going to share some great content and hopefully some takeaways for everybody here. So let me just share. There we go. All right. Give me 1 second.
Okay, who posted a video this week on anywhere on the interwebs? Anybody? Anybody at all? We got some thumbs down. Parish. Anybody else?
No, I think people
Anybody else with a thumbs up or thumbs down? We got a thumbs up from Alan. All right. Anybody else? Dale, you did right on. Nice going. All right. And who wants to post another video this week, whether it's your first one or second one or whatever? Most people. Excellent. You're in the right place. All right, Sanjay, I was vamping. Well, you got your slides up. Go for it.
Cindy, did you post a video this week, or you're just asking folks?
I did. I posted a video with you and I saying, come to our session today. And then I did a live video yesterday on LinkedIn and Facebook. So yeah.
Awesome. No, I saw that video. I was toying with you. That's awesome. Yeah, that's me on a nice day. That's Cindy. Okay. When she's not wearing glasses, I guess I have the same effect at times. But yeah, we started our sessions way back in May. I think this is our, as we said, the sixth session. We keep going. We've decided to educate ourselves at first. I'm just kidding. But most importantly, learn a lot of the new cool things that's happening on marketing and share what we know with our audience, which is all of us. Thank you all for attending. So this session is on video marketing with AI, and the next one that's going to come up very soon in 2 weeks is going to be in local marketing. And that's an important context because a lot of us do business locally, and not everybody has, like Cindy's clients that come from halfway across the world. I'm just kidding, Cindy, right? But she's awesome.
Sometimes
There you go. But many a time we do get local businesses, and then the question is, how do you do local marketing? So again, we will talk about that. Today is all about video marketing, though, so we will get into that quickly. A lot of you know about oGoing, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. But we are a growing community. What's going on? We are a small business exclusive community, homegrown right here in Orange County, California, and growing far and wide now, 150,000 plus members. And the reason a lot of folks are joining is really threefold. One is once you create your oGoing business profile, any small business, every small business over here should join and start connecting and networking. But once you're on it and you're active, just like you are on LinkedIn or elsewhere, what it does is it helps you boost your website traffic. It helps you, of course, helps you make new connections with verified business members. So one of the key difference between us and them is every new member who joins, we verify them. We just don't let people in just because they have an email. We want to make sure they are a real business. And I think that adds a lot of value to you and to every new member that joins. And also helps you boost your SEO and brand the more you stay consistent. So again, welcome all of you to join. Any questions, just reach out to me and I'll get you going. Cindy, a little bit of Kokoro.
Oh, yeah. I spent a couple decades selling equipment to TV stations and video facilities, like Netflix or NASA or NBC, those kind of places. And I noticed when the marketing helped start a sales conversation. And so then when I stopped doing that type of equipment sales and marketing, I started my own company to help other small businesses uh, make sure the marketing starts a sales conversation. So that's what I'm all about, is using automation to make sure that we've got good processes in place. And then that leaves us the time and the space to connect with people and do what we do best and talk with people and connect and sell and work together. So that's me.
Absolutely. And Cindy, thanks for being an awesome co-host. This is awesome. We're going to keep going this. And so what I want to do now is actually really jump into a few examples of video sharing. Why not just see what we're doing here? And I don't know if everybody is seeing my awesome screen here. Everybody is.
Looks good.
Zooming. So first is, just thought, let's just start with LinkedIn because both Cindy and I, we share a lot of videos on LinkedIn. And I want to first show the results of what we do and then quickly go into how do we go create some of these videos, right? And so this one here, just to give you a sense, let's see, right here. So this was the innovation and business growth table. Some of us were there. Karen, you were there. Thank you. So
You might
I
need to
just
switch
shared,
do you need to change your slide there, Sanjay?
hold on, let me reshare.
Yes, reshare, because I think you've got a really nice example that shows the number of views and some things like that.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me just reshare the whole screen. There you go. How about now? Are you all seeing
Oh,
this?
yeah. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'll just go on and on. Thank you. So, just closing out some of this. So, yeah, this is a LinkedIn post. Now, of course, it takes two to tango, right? So, first, I want to preface that we had an awesome event, Business Roundtable, where I took some photos with my own iPhone and took some videos, snippets of videos of different folks, including Karen here, and folks who are sharing what they do. She was actually one of our three main speakers. So, so one is that. So that gave me some content, right? So I had some videos to share. Then I said, look, let's go and put it into a nice LinkedIn post, which has some text. I think this is very important, folks, right? So text, especially in LinkedIn, as opposed to, let's say, an Instagram or a TikTok, matters a lot. On LinkedIn, folks still like to read a lot. They want to see what you are saying, and it actually adds value, gives it more views. So now I have proper text, including, I'm having folks, I'm referencing the folks who were there, as well as, the ones who were there earlier. And now I shared the video here, which you can't see because I'm sharing right now, double sharing. But uh, that's the video, and I'll show you how I did the video. But now I can look at the analytics, right? I can see what happened, right? This video had some views, what happened. So yeah, it got 358 impressions, but most importantly, 201 unique views, right? And which is great because that shows that the video is having some folks who are looking at it. It also tells me how many minutes of this video were viewed. The total length of the video was about 2 minutes or so. It's kind of one of the longer videos. I would say ideal length should be less than a minute if you just want to give folks a little bit of context on what you're doing, and then maybe take them to a longer video which you host on, let's say, YouTube or elsewhere, right? But the cool thing is I can also see the viewer demographics. So one thing I really like about LinkedIn is it tells you who is watching your videos. Like these are founders, executive directors, strategists, etc., etc. And it even says who has viewed your profile. So I don't want to show all of that, but the point is, look, if you're on LinkedIn, I think the video sharing has become a thing now. A lot of people are doing it more and more with their content. And Cindy, what's your experience on this?
Yeah, I jumped on a call last week and we just started to work with a new company. They were looking for more lead generation, more awareness. So we get on the call and the guy who owns the company had hired us. And so the main salesperson gets on the call and he says this, "Oh, I know you. I see your videos on LinkedIn all the time. Hi." Was that a great start to a meeting or what? I mean, it just kicks it off like, okay, phew, we can get going. So I'd never met him in person before. I didn't know this guy. I knew we were going to work together on a project and just, it's all good. But that just took the relationship and the meeting forward by, leaps and bounds because we had that familiarity of, due to the benefit of a video. In fact, I was at this show, and Chris, I see you here. I was in Amsterdam at the show that we do there, and I'm walking down the aisle, and someone walks up to me and says, "Oh, hey, Cindy, how are you?" And now I've got a choice, right? Do I say, "Ooh, pretend I know this person"? I didn't. I was like, "Oh my gosh, have we met? I'm Cindy. Nice to meet you." And she says, "I just watched your video yesterday, talking about getting more people to the booth at the trade show. And I follow you on LinkedIn. How are you doing?" And so that's my experience with videos, is that they work. And when we do them for clients and with clients, they're scared to do it usually, but we jump on a call. I just did one yesterday with somebody and just grabbing like a 20-second clip even or a minute-long clip and putting it out there. They come back later and say, "Yeah, people are telling me they saw this." And so we know it's doing what we want. It's helping you build that know, like, and trust that we want to build so that we can do business with people.
That's the key, the know, like, and trust. Great, great takeaway right there, Cindy, right? So I think that, and you see that because you have your connections on LinkedIn. I think that's true with any network, right? So let's say if you're planning to be active on TikTok, same thing. Don't just make a profile and not connect with at least 100 of your contacts, which I'm sure you do. Not all 100 would be on TikTok, but still, if you do bring your connections to the community where you're sharing videos, what you will see much higher engagement, right? So,
Hello.
Hello. Hi,
hello.
Lynette.
Hi, I'm having a problem connecting. I'm using my phone.
You know what? You're here and I'm glad you're here. We see you. We hear you. Thank you for joining.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Okay. And how about the rest of you? Is the audio okay? Okay, I think we're good on the audio. Lynette, you could call in if you want, or anyways, we're jumping into some examples.
Yes, can I call you?
You can call in on the Zoom phone number. I can email it to you.
Hold
I'll do
on
that.
1 second. Let me write it. Hold on. Okay, what is it?
You know what? I'm just gonna mute you and then send you the info on email if that's okay. All right, Sanjay, over to you,
Yeah,
and I'll send
thanks.
that off to Lynette.
Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. So this is a little more colorful side of me on TikTok. I mean, I'm using more right now to gauge the TikTokers, if you may, to see there's a lot of buzz on TikTok. And so what I don't know here is the views, who is watching the videos. What I don't know is the engagement. Of course, once people like my videos or something, I do know who like them, but it's a much bigger audience, which is there's a lot of unknowns. But now, if I want to get more control over this, obviously, as I said, you need to bring in your own community of folks. Maybe not all of them. Maybe start with your 100 contacts, see how the engagement changes. Because again, this is a platform that a lot of folks are using now. And the same thing with Instagram. I just wanted to show you some quick examples. Not going to go individually, but again, I shared the same video on Instagram as well, but didn't quite get the same engagement, as LinkedIn, for instance. And that is understandable because, again, an Instagram audience for me personally is kind of more of my friends and people I know, right? Versus, I would say, the business context, right? So, and again, Instagram, there's a combination of videos and images and all that. And of course, I have a very strong YouTube channel, which you all can check it out as well. But how did we get to this video, right? So I use a lot of Adobe Express. So just to give you a sense, and you can sign up for a free trial of Adobe Express, as well as you can use tools on your own iPhone or Android phone. And over here, if you log into Adobe Express, go under video, and over here you have different things you can do. You can start from scratch. You can create Instagram reel, TikTok video, YouTube video, and so on. Or you can even do things like trimming your existing videos, resizing them, or merging. So what I did was I have Adobe Express on my iPhone as well, and I just took the snippets of videos that I had taken from the event, and I just clicked on merge, and I took those snippets together, and then it became a merged video of 2 minutes long. I could also use Clips, which is an iOS app that everybody can use. I'm sure there's something similar on Android. And yeah, and then you just merge it up, and over here, once it's merged, you can see the finished product. Again, I'm showing the desktop view, but there is the same app available on your phone as well. So again, you jot it down, Adobe Express, very easy to create this fun videos. But now we also want to talk about AI-based videos as well. And Cindy, you want to maybe take a second or two about AI, and I'll also share a little bit in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I do want to share about that. And we've been using a couple different AI tools for several years, and then started using a new one, which is working out really well. And I'm going to take actually 60 seconds though and say, just check in. Like, is anybody worried about what to say on the video? Does anybody feel like, oh, sometimes I don't know what to say if I'm on the video? Is that like an issue for you, or you're good? Anybody want to hear about what to say, or we should just move on to the tools? Oh, I got a couple people saying yes. Okay. I have a guide for you. Just put yes in the chat, and I'm going to send you the PDF afterward. I think I've got everybody's emails. And so what to say. So if I'm thinking about how to talk on a video, I'm thinking about, one, who am I talking to? And try to think of that one person. So Lynette, maybe I'm thinking of you specifically. Or Karen, maybe I'm thinking of you specifically. Or Dale. And I'm just thinking, I'm not going to say in the video, so Dale, this and that, but I am going to say, hey, if you are wondering about this. And so I'm thinking of that one person while I'm talking. So if you can memorize your open, and your open might be one sentence, like, hey, if you're worried about how to do your next video, I've got some great information that's going to help you do your next video. So you can memorize that one thing, and then just have bullet points. You can write it on your hand, 2 or 3 bullet points. And the bullet points could be, we're going to give you a script on what to say so you'd never feel nervous, give you the top tools that are really easy to use, and the mistake never to make, or something. So just have that written on your hand or on a sticky note. Just say you're open, talk to your 2 or 3 points, avoid any kind of sales pitch, but make it really easy for them to do something, take that next step. So if the next step is like, and text me the word 7, SEVEN, to get a chapter of my book, text that to 530-203-5703 and get my, or whatever it is, or click this link to book a meeting. So you're going to memorize your open, have your 2 or 3 points written on your hand or your sticky note, and then have a thing where if somebody loves what you're saying and they want more and need an easy next step, that you've got a way for them to do that. So if you want to get that PDF, just pop it in the chat, and I'll just shoot an email out afterward to everybody. That said, one of the fun tools that we've been using lately, a couple different ones, but Opus is super easy to use. Anybody here tried Opus yet? Nice, Parish, couple of you. Good. I'll pop a link in the chat in just a second if you want to try it. I think the link I have gives you a free account, and that's how I started using it. So just for example, you take any video that you did, load it in here, and then once you have it in here, it's going to automatically generate the copy, the text that's going to go over the top. You can edit it, and it'll give you a score like, hey, we think this is great. This one's 99. As you go down the list, they get less and less exciting. And we generally don't use these ones lower down in the list, but then you can just schedule them out. On the ones where Sanjay and I did a session together, it does a really nice job of splitting the two videos. And then once you have those, you can use your regular scheduler, or you can schedule them right out of Opus onto your social. So I wanted to share that one. Was that too quick? Did that make any sense? Questions about that?
Do you have to have a video to start, Cindy, or can you start without a video on Opus?
I've only started with a video. That's a great question. Do you think, are you asking if you can record it directly into Opus?
Yeah, or bring in
Ah,
some images and make a video out of that, or
you know what? I haven't tried that, Sanjay. That I will happily take a look. There's always new cool things to learn. Are you doing
yeah.
that? Are you taking images and making videos?
Yeah, so I was going to show an
Oh
example.
yeah, I want to see
I
that.
wanted to compare that with Opus, but let's look at this. Yeah,
Nice.
so what I want to show you here is another example on. So you saw the finished product. Now let's look at how we create a new video, right? This is something a lot of us are sometimes hesitant in terms of how do we really make a new video? Do I need to talk? What if I don't say something? What if I say something wrong? Well, with AI tools, and this is just one tool I'm sharing with you, which is the product is called Creatify, right? So CR, just like it's spelled, Creatify.ai. And we will share that in the chat as well. So don't worry about that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just share my product link. oGoing has a product called oGoing Pro Membership, where we allow folks, and have them come and boost. So let's just use that as a starting point. And what it's going to do now is it's going to go in there, and it already brings in the content as to what it is, like the product description looks cool. I can add an oGoing logo, which I'll just do it quickly here if I wanted to. So I can just click on logo and bring in the logo, or say, let's see if I can quickly find it. Don't want to take too much time. Sorry, folks.
I love this. So you can grab different pieces and put it together. And then how do you get the audio, or do you have
Yeah,
audio as well?
it brings in audio, which is pre-done. So let me just find a good logo. There you go. We can live with that. There you go. So there's my logo again, and I can choose the images if I don't want, or I want, there's already an oGoing image. Yeah, these are fun images. Let's just keep that. Again, this is a trial, right? So now I click on next. So it picks up the images from your website page, right? So where did it get them? And you can also add images on top of that. Well, I don't want a long video, 50 seconds is good. I like the portrait mode, which is 9:16. 16:9 is the landscape mode. 1:1 is really a square, right? So these are the three different modes it can create for you. And who is your target audience? So let's say electricians. I'm just seeing what it does. Like, local, right? So let's say I'll click on next. So now it does the scripts for me. So it actually creates different scripts, and you can pick one up from one of this that already is pre-created. You can generate more scripts. You can also edit. So I like this 3 reasons why, again, in the spirit of time, but it gives you all these beautiful scripts that you can use. Again, the tool is called Creatify.ai. I like this. Ever feel like your electrical business is hidden in the dark online? Light up your presence with oGoing Pro, enhance village. I love it. Let's use that. Problem solution, right? So again, and you can create many scripts, right? And pick one. So now it's going to generate an AI avatar for you. It takes a little second here and there. Sorry to keep you all waiting, but this is live, right? So now I can pick an avatar with, like who do I want as my speaker? So I can say, I can use somebody which is already there, a lady or a man. If I'm fond of a certain person. So let's say I like, let's do Oscar like this. I like the way he's sharing. So let's try Oscar here as my avatar, right? And let's pick him. All right. And then I can click render, right? So now, there you go. Oscar is in now. And now, what do I want the effect? I mean, they give you lots of choices. So, just play around. Don't get all like, oh my God, what am I going to do with so many choices? Let's just try something more exciting. Let's try this motion cards. I've never tried it. Something I want to see what that does. Render with watermark. So you can do render with watermark if you don't want to pay right now. You just first see how the project looks. If it looks good, then you can pay and take the watermark out. But it's rendering the video now, right? And once it's rendered, we'll open it up. This is another video I created earlier. I'll show you that also in a second. But that was for a different, that was just introducing oGoing. So
And
there
do
you
you
go.
schedule out of here, Sanjay? Do you schedule directly to the platform, or do you use some other way, other scheduling tool?
No, this is just creating videos. There's no
Just the
schedule.
creating. Okay.
Business is hidden.
Yeah, so there you go. So now the video is ready. So let's see how, again, as I said, this is
You ever feel like your electrical business is hidden in the dark online? Light up your presence with oGoing Pro Small Business Marketing Boost. Enhance visibility, attract customers, and power up sales. Get yours now. See the results for yourself.
So again, this one,
Awesome.
I didn't take the person who is speaking, but I'll show the other video where the lady is speaking, just to give you a sense, right? So you could do something like this.
Entrepreneurs stumbled upon oGoing. It's a rad platform for small businesses to connect, share stories, and boost sales with like-minded pros. Dive in, amplify your biz, and experience networking magic. Join oGoing today.
There you go. So again, folks, play around. This is just one of the many tools out there. Creatify.ai, and I think you will like it. It's very easy. It literally took me like 5 minutes to make this happen. How easy? Just drop your URL, drop your logo. If you don't want your logo, if you want your headshot, you could do that. And you can say, I want a person speaking, or I want things which are cards, your different choices. And now you are a video expert in less than 30 minutes, folks. How cool is this? And there are other tools. I'll put some links here, but what do you all think?
Questions? Who's using any video editing or AI video tool right now? Anybody at all?
I'm creating videos, but I'm not using any tools. This is very
Okay.
exciting. So what I'm really curious about is, so can you take a video that you've already created? So if I have a video that has my face and my voice, can that be uploaded to Creatify.ai and recreate videos using myself as an avatar and my voice?
That's a great question. I believe Creatify, you are creating brand new videos for now, but I know other platform which does take your video and your voice.
Yeah.
And once they know who you are, and all you need is like a 1 minute to 2 minutes of a video, and from there, they can seriously create some amazing videos of you for many, many things. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'll share the link with all of you maybe a little bit later via email. It's almost too scary that it can actually do that, but it does.
It is, Dale, I saw some in one of the Keep user groups, somebody talking about it, and I could go back and I'm trying to think who it was that was doing it, and I could fully grab it out of there.
Oh, that would be really fun. Yeah. As
Yeah.
someone who really doesn't like making videos, but really wants to cross that threshold of know, like, and trust, that sounds like an amazing tool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
You
I
can do
was
other
trying to,
languages too.
yeah. Go ahead, Cindy. Go ahead.
Let's say
Yeah.
that again. I missed that.
You can have other languages too. The person I'm thinking about, I'll go grab their link and get it for you. I know they were doing multiple languages as well, so it's still you. And
Yeah.
then and here's Spanish, and here's Hindi, and here's French, and here's whatever. So
Amazing.
anyway,
Yeah.
Sanjay.
I see someone posted, I'm using Avatar, so I'll check that out. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think the key is, this is where I feel like AI is really yielding some amazing, I would say, productivity leap, and it is much more, right? I mean, these were things which, imagine the old way where you had to hire some video artist or get some folks to come and shoot your videos, and where it was so much professional work involved and very expensive. Now you can do these things quickly. Now, obviously, you can't compare this with someone who has gone to school and who has like 10, 20 years experience who does this for a living. But having said that, these are awesome videos that you can put it out there. And I would say just keep testing new videos and see which one sticks. And if you find a particular message or a certain element of it which is really resonating with your audience, then just go all in, right? Then try a little more of that until that gets stale again, and then start something new, right? But now with AI, as Cindy also said, you have the ability to create these things quickly. You can even create in different languages, right? Which is pretty amazing, right? I mean, you don't want to go and learn a new language, and I think sky is the limit, as I say. Yeah.
No, your point earlier that, hey, you're not going to compare this to, a 3-camera shoot with the director, producer, post-production house. I was at this presentation a couple months ago, and I just thought it was so interesting. One of the network executives from a television network was talking about really what you just said, Sanjay, and they were saying that we're using AI to create content that wouldn't be there otherwise. It's not taking, in this case, isn't like taking work away from anybody. Like, we'd put up the weather report, or we're going to put up the horse racing results or whatever. It's just more interesting and more engaging now that we have this other tool to do it. We're still doing the full coverage of, whatever, the Kentucky Derby, but we also have this other way of showing graphics and information, and now it's more engaging because we use these AI tools. And so it was a point they're making. It's interesting.
No, absolutely. I think it's, and so on that note, yeah, what are some of the benefits? I think speaking to, preaching to the prior here, but I think that's kind of what we are saying, right? I mean, the key benefits of using this kind of tools are pretty amazing, right? In terms of,
Yeah.
the
I
speed.
have another question if nobody else has one.
Yeah, go
I know
ahead, go ahead.
Parish does too, and Parish and Dale, both of you.
Please go ahead. I've already asked my question.
Go ahead, Dale. You can go first.
All right. Okay, well, it's a quickie. So I have a video that I recorded, and it was actually in a bedroom in Hawaii. So the idea was to have the background of Hawaii, but it didn't really work out very well having the bedroom there. It doesn't look very professional. So is there a tool that I can use to change the background? I'm thinking maybe CapCut, but there's maybe a better way of doing that. Or is there a better way of
I think Adobe Express does provide you video tools to change the backgrounds, right? So check Adobe Express.
Okay.
You may have to sign up for the pro version, right? The paid version, but it does let you green screen as well as do fun things with the background. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Adobe is definitely on the cutting edge. I mean, they are the makers of Photoshop as well, as you know. So I think they're trying to make this video creation, especially now that you have something already in your hands, the next wave of updating or editing the videos there. I think them and Canva probably are up there in terms of the best tool that they provide. And I'm increasingly liking that video side. It was great for images, but now even the video tools that they provide, like merging videos was so simple, right? But I couldn't find like, I'm like, come on, there's no simple thing just on the iPhone. And then I'm like, let me check Express, and I'm like, oh wow, I can just put all these clips together and bam, and yeah, then if I want to add some text to it or add some fun emojis, I can always do that, right, on top of that. But it is now I have a one video together with the way I wanted it. And it also includes images as well, right? It doesn't do that effect, the Burns effect, which I like with the images. It just puts the images right there, but I'm sure they will do that too, right? Or maybe I missed that part. So yeah, I would say try with that and see if that works. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Harish?
Great, this is fantastic. Thank you. So if I wanted to do just one thing for LinkedIn from a business B2B perspective, I'm an executive coach to successful business owners, and we do training for leadership and employee engagement for large companies like Disney, etc. So if that was my primary thing, then would I be filming? I'd be filming landscape, posting it on LinkedIn. Are there any other tips you have on LinkedIn? Because I've posted some things in the past that were just like crickets. I'm like, what the hell? I worked hard on this article. It was really thoughtful and nothing happened. And then my brother, who's not an expert, he's like, they don't like external links. Like there's certain things that you were totally violating, which basically shoved you to the bottom. Do you have like a top 10 list or something you can send us for LinkedIn? Like avoid this, don't do this, put tags, make sure you don't have bold and capital, like simple things that their algorithm likes and doesn't like would be helpful. And my basic question, there's one thing, LinkedIn only, is it landscape, 1 to 2 minute videos with some text, and then what else?
So
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Cindy, why don't you answer and then I'll add something to it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, landscape for sure.
Okay.
You're totally right. If you put a link in there to somewhere off LinkedIn, they don't love that. But that said, we used to just put the link in comments, and then LinkedIn started hiding some of the comments. So we don't do that anymore either. We go ahead, and if we really want to have a link, I'll just go ahead and put it in the text, because LinkedIn can potentially be hiding the comment where you've got the link
like
to
for
go
signing
do
up for your
anyway.
workshop or things like that. There's or more content on YouTube or
Right.
your website. So there's not much you can do. Just like if you need to get people there, you have to put it in the text.
Right. I think so. And then also in the video, you can always have, text me this word to get the information, or here's a QR code to sign up. Like that would be a way around it that you could totally do. I would say too, if you can pair that with the DM campaign. So I'm answering more than one thing right now, but if you're working on LinkedIn, if you can pair that up with direct messages, which you can do manually, or you can use some automation to send those messages, either one, that's a great way to do it. So that's sort of like multi-touch, multi-platform situation. If you can, if you're just gonna be on LinkedIn, then use the posts and use the DMs.
So
and
how
the
do
other
you use
thing,
DM with your existing people, or the post drive you follow up with DM? What's the DM?
I would, say you've got your dream 100, the people you really, really want to work with, I would send a message to them, whether you do that manually, which wouldn't take you that long. You can do that manually and send a message to 100 people to spread it out, right? LinkedIn doesn't like us doing it all in one day.
Okay.
Or you can have that in LinkedIn, in your Sales Navigator or wherever you have it, and you could again manually, or you can use some software, like we use software to send those messages out. Maybe on the first day we look at the profile. On the second day, if we're not connected, send a connect request. On the fifth day, hey, put this cool video information together, check it out. You can send them back over to LinkedIn, so you're not sending them off platform, which they like. So you can just like make a little system like that. And then also, if you're thinking about retargeting, if you've got people who visit your website and you want to retarget them, so we do this a lot with folks, is then take that post and then make it be an ad, and anybody who comes to your website, you're going to make sure that shows up in their feed, and you could spend, $5 a day and do it or something like that. So retargeting. Does that make sense?
I didn't get that part. So if someone
You didn't get that part.
link in LinkedIn and then they go to your website to get a fuller video or read the article, then Oh, no. How do you
I'll
retarget?
stop you there.
Yeah.
You know how Google Analytics, you get some code on your website that Google provides.
Yeah.
LinkedIn has a thing like that too, called the
Oh.
LinkedIn Insight tag. It's free. It's
Ah,
some code. You generate it off of your LinkedIn account and pop that on your website. And then LinkedIn knows who's visiting your website. They don't tell us, just like Google knows who's visiting your website. They don't tell us, but they can tell you, hey, this many people visited. They know who they are. We don't. But we can say to LinkedIn, hey, you know who visited my website, or at least you know 80% of them because you got a match, right?
yeah.
Please, I'm paying you this money. Please show them this video in their feed. I'm going to pay
On
you
their
money
LinkedIn feed.
to
Oh, I
show.
love that. I love that.
So you can retarget. So I think there's a LinkedIn trifecta, and those are the different pieces of it we just went through.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sanjay, I'm sure you've got stuff to add to that.
This is more than I wanted to add, but what I'm trying to tell you folks is LinkedIn is changing. It's becoming more like TikTok, and here is some proof. They are actually now showing videos in portrait mode. So if you
Nice.
are using your iPhone or iPad on the LinkedIn app, the videos which are in portrait mode are actually taking over LinkedIn. So very interesting strategy they're taking. It used to be landscape, now it's portrait. I was actually testing it. That's why the last video I shared of the roundtable is in portrait mode, and I was trying to see what is the engagement of that versus landscape. I feel that people who are using LinkedIn on their computers, they're more likely to engage better with the landscape mode. But I think LinkedIn wants more and more people now using their iPhones or Android phones and tablets. And for all of that, it's actually they're showing the video by default. There is a tab at the bottom of the app. And it's actually showing it in portrait mode. Very interesting decision LinkedIn has made, right? So just letting you all know, something I'm keeping a close eye on. As far as engagement concerned, how do we create more engagement with content on LinkedIn as well as videos? We'll send you a one pager afterwards, Paresh. There's a whole thing to it. Once you get it down, it's kind of like a habit, right? Old habit, new habit. Once you get in a new habit of sharing content a certain way, you will see the engagement should take off. I mean, have a little patience. So
When I do a portrait video on LinkedIn, I did one a week ago, it still shows up letterboxed or side panels, I should
All
say.
right.
And I
That's
just
all
put a
right,
link
right?
in there.
It's still there. So
It's still there. It's still there.
yeah,
So
that
I
way you don't
just
have to create two videos,
correct. I just
yeah,
create
no,
one
you're absolutely
for it.
right. Don't need to do two. But there are many takeaways with AI, but I think some of the points we've already done, we talked about it. I think another point which is very important is AI actually can help you with accessibility and inclusivity. These are important things to consider, right, when you're creating videos, because videos are definitely different than images. On images, you can do alt tag. With videos, you want to, if you really want to focus on your audience, who needs extra help with watching them, right? That's why you need to, AI actually makes it even more easier, right, to include some of that. And also a lot of good insights you can generate with AI videos as well. So again, have a go at it. I think a lot of tools out there. Don't be scared. Try out a few tools, see which one you enjoy the most. And yeah, initially do some videos which are with watermark. See if you like them, and only if you like the videos and you like the platform, then you can sign up for one of their monthly or annual services. I think we've taken some questions already, but what we want to do is think about the next session. Cindy, what do we want to talk about? Local marketing, yeah?
Local marketing for both B2B and B2C. So that's coming up next.
Yeah, and let's have a quick show of hands. Like Paresh, you have been active as well as folks here. I mean, do you recommend? I mean, do you find more customers local, or do you find a lot of customers, regional or all over, like nationally? What's your thinking nowadays?
I'll just jump in. For me personally, my strength is in meeting people in person. My coaches, I'm a coach myself to clients. My coaches tell me just get out there and be you. And I'm not into spamming people with LinkedIn messages or email. That's not my forte. My forte is meeting people like, like you all, at a networking thing, while surfing, while, playing music in my band or something, and just having that personal relationship locally. And then on the corporate side, that tends to be more referral. But I would love to get more, clients outside of the local environment.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Good point, Paresh. What about you, Lynette? Do you find more clients local or do you find them national as well? Please unmute your mic here. Lynette, you have to unmute the mic. Sorry. I don't know if you were able to find that. Okay.
Hello, I'm unmuted now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So what was your question again?
Do you find a lot of your clients locally, or do you find them more at a regional or national level? Where do you find the most business?
I have, honestly, it's locally, it's a lot in the state that I live in. And that's what I'm trying to do, is expand outside of that, outside of the state I do live in. So that's what I'm working on, trying to work on now.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
a good way to think about it. So you're definitely growing from local to statewide
Yes.
to now national. Got it.
That's what I want.
Yeah. How about you, Karen? How do you find your customers? Are they local or are they also now expanding?
So local, but just I'm networking all the time. So I do meet, national people also.
Awesome. Alan, you had raised your hand. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, I meet globally, but I wanted to say that locally I met the amazing, incredible Cindy. Had a wonderful conversation. Next event I would definitely want to be a part of, because I actually working with a gentleman. Hoping he had been here. He's an EC Marketing for All. He's local, but he knows that I told him I'm a kind of a loyalist to the oGoing community. I remember when it was about 1,000 and now it's 150,000. So as a proud veteran, to say thank you for oGoing and Sanjay doing what he constantly does, and Cindy, just an amazing panel and a group of community. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Really appreciate that feedback. I appreciate it, my friend. Alan Ripek also replied locally, but working on a global initiative. Alan, sorry, I probably butchered your last name.
That's all right. It's Repich.
Repich, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll get that now. Okay.
Absolutely.
And Monty also said mostly local, but do have nationwide clients. I think that's true, right? Maybe we do focus locally first, but opportunistically, of course, we all will want customers which are maybe statewide or even nationally, right? But, very interesting thoughts, right? So again, we're going to talk about that in the next, session coming up in 2 weeks, August 14th. And until then, you all stay chill, stay cool in this warm weather, enjoy some video marketing. And Cindy, some thoughts?
Oh, I'm hoping that each of you let me know how you do on your video, and reach out and let me know when you post your next video. And also I'll go like it and share it if I can help. Let me know how it goes.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
Much.
Thank
That was
you,
very
guys.
helpful.
Wonderful
Yeah.
afternoon.
Very
Appreciate it. Thank
informative.
you.
Thank you.
That was very informative.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. Thanks.
Thank you.
Save the chat.